Dominic Marczuk as well, and Victor Olatunji, sorry. They are without Juan Jose Arias Pio. They do have a long list of players absent today, Amika Anili being one of them. Well, what about Messi and co? And Messi does start, by the way. There's the answer to the question that is on everybody's lips. It's Dane St. Clair in goal for Inter Miami. That back three, Luyan, Falcon and Mikhail. And the wing backs, Mura and Allen. DePaul and Segovia, we suspect might be the midfield men, although Segovia is traditionally more of a winner, so we might see Noah Allen tuck into the middle of midfield. We'll work that one out as we go along. Lionel Messi will be in the number 10 role. In front of him is Herman Bertrame, and making up the right wing is Tude Allende. So there we have it. Might well play Herman Bertrame down the left, but he is more of a target man. Does depend how you look at it. There have been plenty of goals in the MLS tonight. A lot of these games are just entering injury time at the end of the game. And New York City 4, Cincinnati 3. They've got one better at New York Red Bulls. Red Bulls 4, DC United 4, Orlando 4, Charlotte 1, Toronto 2, Philadelphia 3. Some cracking games going on there. Then it starts getting a bit boring, really. Atlanta United 1, New England Revolution 1. That's still got 15 minutes to run. At half-time, Dallas, Minnesota is 1-0 to Minnesota. Away from home, Minnesota winning there. Houston Dynamo leading San Diego in a big game by 1-0. That too is at half-time. Big crowd here at the American First Field in Utah. We are just about ready for the action. It's Salt Lake against Miami. Real against Inter. By the way, New York City 4, Cincinnati 4, so we've got two 4-4 draws tonight in New York. New York City 4, Cincinnati 4, Red Bulls 4, DC United 4. If you've got that in your betting slip, good luck to you. Well, plenty of Inter Miami fans in amongst the crowd. The draw of Messi in the MLS does always bring a massive turning out. Messi shirts here, there and everywhere. The pink can be seen from miles around. Pierre Leche Luzere is tonight's referee. He's assisted by Nick Oranga and Jose De Silva. Victor Rivas is the fourth official. Edvin Jurisic and Kevin Klinger are on the bench. The two teams are in the tunnel. They'll come back in the second. I'll give you the run through the teams yet again in a moment. I don't know what it is about the MLS when you cover it. It never kicks off on time. It's the one country. It doesn't matter if it's the US, MNT, the World Cup, the MLS. If it's playing in the US, it's a habit to be late. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Right, the two teams lined up behind the match officials. They're just about to come out, and we are just about to get ourselves underway. Action coming your way as Real Salt Lake City take on Inter Miami. And as the two teams come out to a packed stadium, let's once again dig into those two lineups for you one last time. They are lineups that may just need to be polished, but we think we're just about there. First of all, for RSL, Pablo Mastriani has named the following 11. Rafa Cabral is the goalkeeper, the 33-year-old former Napoli player. Had a spelling the UK with Reading as well. Two wing-backs, Javier Gozo and Alexandra Ketranes. And Sam Juncker, Justin Glad and DeAndre Yedling are the three central players in the defence. Stein Spearings is in the centre of midfield with Noel Kanaskin, former Portland Timbers player. Two wingers, Morgan Guilavogui and Diego Luna. Not sure which side will play on who and where. They'll probably keep swapping around just to keep us on our toes. And then Serhi Solans leads the attack. Well, into Miami, if you're just joining us, do include Lionel Messi in their starting lineup. There is still no Luis Suarez. He is on the bench again today, as he has been most of this season. Even the new manager in Guillermo Hoyas hasn't really changed his outlook, that's for sure. So, it's Dane St Clair who keeps goal for Inter Miami. Falcon, Luyan and Mikhail form the back three. Mura and Allen, we suspect, will be the wing-backs. Rodrigo Paul and Telasco Segovia in midfield. And then Tadeo Allende will go down the right, we suspect, and there is lots of suspecting here, isn't there? Herman Batrame will go down the left-hand side, and wearing number 10, playing as the number 10, as the silent striker maybe in many cases, is Lionel Messi. On the bench, by the way, for Inter Miami, Rocco Rios Novo, the goalkeeper, Ian Frey, Cesar Abadia, and David Ruiz, Santiago Morales, Alexandra Shaw, Daniel Pinta and Luis Suarez. No Yannick Bright today, he serves a suspension. Sergio Reguilon is not in the squad either. And also missing is David Ayala. Salt Lake without Anili Pio and Jonjos Arias today through injury. Still no Tyler Wolff in the squad either. Lucas Engel still missing. And Antonio Riquelme is another player not currently in the squad. I mentioned the match officials. We've got Pierre-Luc Lizare as the referee, Nicaranga, Jose de Silva as the assistant referees, fourth official Victor Rivas, VAR Edwin Jurasevich and Kevin Klinger. Well, as I said earlier, it's traditional to run late. This was supposed to kick off 10 minutes ago. The final whistle has blown at Toronto. Toronto 3, Philadelphia 3. Some good high scoring finishes in the MLS today. So 3-3 in that game in Toronto against Philadelphia. It's finished New York Red Bulls 4, DC United 4. 11 minutes of injury time. It's still New York City 4, Cincinnati 4. And Orlando have beaten Charlotte by 4-1 tonight. Atlanta, in fact, that's a 4-4 draw, is a result at New York City. Atlanta United 1, New England Revolution 2. There's about 7 or so minutes to go in that one, as I mentioned earlier. Houston Dynamo leading San Diego 1-0 at half-time, and Dallas 0, Minnesota 1 is also a half-time score. So just to recap, Lionel Messi in from the start. Scored 2 goals at the weekend in the victory away at Portland Timbers to turn their season around. They've lost far too many games in the opening weeks. 3 losses in 8 games so far, and yet they are still flying exceedingly high in their conference. Second in the table. win probability calculator leans towards RSL. They've been in good form this season. There's a big tifo being raised up behind the goal that says we are RSL. They are going to be tough proposition. We are just about to get underway. Referee Pierre Luzere ready to blow his first whistle. So MLS action right here, right now. And it's the pink of the visitors in Inter Miami. It's the dark blue and burgundy, or as they say, claret and cobalt for RSL. Very dark strip of theirs, which essentially is red and dark blue. RSL kicking in the first half to the goal away to our left. That is where you will find the MLS goalkeeper Dane Sinclair in this first half. He dispatches it out towards the left-hand side. There's a long ball forward by Noah Allen. Which goes straight through to Rafa Cabral at the edge of his penalty area. The goalkeeper for RSL. 0-0 if you're just joining us. It's a late one this. We've only played a minute or so at the American First Field in Sandy Utah. Busy night of MLS football. This is one of the later games. Could cross the ones that are being played. This one's just kicking off. There's a couple that are at half-time. One that's nearly finished, a load that have just finished, and two that kick off when this one gets started in the second half. Los Angeles against Colorado, San Jose against Austin. It's a long ball forward up towards Sergio Solans, but racing off his line was Dane Sinclair. A couple of minutes gone here, and the two teams just feeling their way into the game. There's a free kick given for a foul on Noah Allen over on the far side. They're not giving their visitors an inch at the moment, Salt Lake. They're making it really difficult. Diego Luna giving away that free kick over on the far side. Broad-shouldered, diminutive, but stocky winger, USA international. He's not always been part of Mauricio Pochettino's USA thinking, so it'll be interesting to see whether he does go to the World Cup. The general feeling is he should do. He's one of their flair players and they need that if they are to compete. That's an interesting ball across the back line from the right-hand side of Muro, and it goes straight to Glad. No, not to Glad, sorry, to Kalaskan. Kalaskan brings it down, but there is no end product without going backwards, and backwards they do go. Katranis back inside to Glad. And down the line by Yedlin. DeAndre Ledley to Gozo. Gozo makes a good run down the right-hand side. They're queued up in the middle. The cross comes in, and the header should have flashed into the corner, but he didn't really get a proper connection. Sergio Solans, best chance of the game so far. Nearly 4 minutes gone. That could so easily have been 1-0. Great play from DeAndre Yedlin to release the ball down the right-hand side. Takes on his man and absolutely skins Noah Allen. Does Gozo, crosses it in. He does get a head on it, but he doesn't get enough on the header, Sergio Lohans. That puts it wide. It stays at 0-0. Well, that was a a big chance. Most of the action early doors has been played in the half of the home side. There's a big chance here, surely. Yes, they've got it. They've got their opening goal. It was a queued up procession, and the man that puts it in the net is Morgan Guilavogui. It's 1-0 after just 4.5 minutes. The flames are thrown. The crowd celebrate. Had an early goal for Salt Lake City. Well, they were queuing up here. They had that big chance moments earlier when Serhii Solans headed wide. And Real Salt Lake City taking the lead. It's a driving run. He started the move. He gets the shot in. Now, it comes back out, and it's a complete slice from Serhii Solans, but it bobbles back into Morgan Guilavogui. The big question is, as he shoots Guilavogui, Serhii Solans was standing alongside the last defender. He may just have been offside. Or was it Kalaskan? It might have been Kalaskan, actually. Either way, good old VAR is checking this one out. A long look at the moment on the VAR. On the VAR tonight are Edvin Jurisic and Kevin Klinger. They are checking for a possible offside, and that offside has been given, and the goal is disallowed. Well, that is a real blow after such a good start as well from the home side. Thought they were ahead. They thought incorrectly. The goal doesn't stand. Guilavogui has his goal disallowed. It's a good finish, and it wasn't anything to do with anything that he done. A warning shot for Inter Miami, who've been under immense pressure. They are the team to beat. Anyone with Messi is a team to beat, but they are also now the proud owners of the MLS Cup, and that makes them even more of a draw and a scalp. And they're coming forward again here with another long ball down the right-hand side. Luna puts pressure on Noah Allen, who's been severely tested down that Inter Miami left in the opening stages. To the left-hand side now, and Alexandros Katrinas gets it back from Morgan Guilavogui. Guilavogui again. Oh, forgot to control that one. And the pass out to him by Noel Kalaskan. Pablo Mastroni doing a good job with this Real Salt Lake side, RSL. Having a decent enough season. And 16 points through 7 matches. Miami currently second in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, Salt Lake 5th, but it's a 5-1-1. 16 points from those 7 games is a good return. They are 5 points behind the leaders, Vancouver, who are still unbeaten. San Jose still unbeaten. Vancouver not in action tonight. San Jose kick off in an hour's time against Austin. And back up the top of the Eastern Conference, Nashville have a 4-point lead on Inter Miami going into this game. Nashville, another team not in action tonight. So, into Miami on the attack. Lucky to still be 0-0 really. The offside goal and the flashed header just wide by Sahi Solans. Played 9.5 minutes, and it's no doubt that the home side have got a game plan to get into Miami, get under their skins. And whilst there are a lot of pink shirts in and around the crowd, it is fairly partisan. There's a lot of normally empty seats that have been filled by Messi mania. They will gladly accept the revenue. They will gladly accept bringing the crowds in, and hope that they can put a performance in here, RSL, that will keep them coming back again into the midfield. And Segovia keeps it moving. It's a gamble playing him in the midfield with Rodrigo de Paul. Here is Messi up towards the edge of the penalty area, gets the shot in. That's a really good block by DeAndre Yedling, the USA international. Still live down the left-hand side, and Bertarame waiting for the ball in the box, and Bertarame offers plenty of height in there. So he waits for the ball to come in. Does look as if Tadeo Allende is playing as the right wing back, and Messi the 10. Hernan Bertarame rather is the number 9, big lad as well. So Messi had that chance a couple of minutes ago, spurned it, left-footed drive, good block by Diedlin. It's their best chance so far, and then it's gone 0-0. Highlight of today is high-scoring matches. Toronto 3, Philadelphia Union 3 a result. What about this in New York? New York City 4, Cincinnati 4, New York Red Bulls 4, DC United 4. Orlando City also winning, scoring 4 against Charlotte, 4-1 win that. It's back with Rafa Cabral, the goalkeeper. Not good clearance from him though, straight out of play on this near side for a throw into Miami, who are kicking away to the right-hand side, attacking the goal to our right, and their new head coach, Mastroni, only his second game in charge, so looking to continue his 100% record after that excellent win at the weekend. The early signs are not good for Miami, because this has been a really solid performance so far from RSL. RSL 0 into Miami 0 in the MLS. As the season starts to hot up, the fixtures continue to come thick and fast. More midweek fixtures for Messi and co. How can they keep going after the travelling they've done this week against the Rapids up in high altitude? They pulled off an excellent win, and that would have certainly played on the lungs. Now they've got to try and contain this RSL side that are purring at the moment, and are looking like they could be one of the big guns in the MLS this season. Been the better side in the opening 13 minutes, but it's still 0-0, courtesy of a VAR decision to disallow the opening goal from Morgan Guilavogui. Should have been ahead before that. Serhi Solans heading wide, but he should have scored. Great play down the right from Gozo to provide the perfect cross. Goalkeeper's come a long way out of his area, Cabral. And they've clung on to that possession a little too long inside their own half of RSL, and they've given it away. Can't afford to do that against Miami. This is the cross from Allende to the far side. And Messi just hangs it up to the back post. There's no one there. Lets it bounce over his head, does Catrinas, and then rifles a volley away. And in for the challenge goes Segovia. Blasts the ball out of play, but the referee's whistle has gone. There's a foul in the midfield, a free kick to RSL. Messi just hanging it up at the back post, but there was no big man there. Scoreline stays at 0-0, but it's Inter Miami asking the questions at the moment. Certainly been an open and entertaining game so far. They had that excellent start, RSL, but it's the home side that are posing the questions. A drive in towards Noah Allen, scoops it over the top. The chase was on for Herman Bertarami, who stuck his studs up fairly high, but it didn't intervene with Rafa Cabral. He came out, put the gloves on the ball for Real Salt Lake. Just bounced beyond the big man, and he comes out, claims it admirably. So still 0-0. It's with Maxi Falcon at the back. Gets out wide. Lujan trying to clear, blocked off by Guilavogui, who claims Guilavogui that came off of the defender Lujan last. As I said before, they've done a lot of travelling this week. And this alone carries a 2,500 mile trek into the west from the east for Miami. Unbeaten in their last 6 matches in all competition, RSL. Go to LA Galaxy this week before a home game with Portland Timbers, then a trip to Dallas and Houston. Some winnable games there. Miami back in action at the weekend, and they'll be so relieved to find out that they're at home after all the travelling they've done this week. New England Revolution is the home game. Orlando City, another home game in a week's time, and then Toronto away and Cincinnati away. A bit more travelling for them again. And those 2 games just 5 days apart. They are globetrotters, aren't they? Miami, you don't realise that, they're so far down south. Got some defending to do here as the ball is played out wide by Canasca. It's picked up by Luna. Diego Luna in a central position, playing as the 10 at the moment, to allow Gozo to get forward. Won it back here into Miami. It's been released down the right hand side. They've got 2 running for it. One of them is Tadeo Allende. He's got the overlap for Lujan if he chooses it, but it's been won back in the midfield and rolled forward by Spearings. It's a good ball into the feet of Solans. Holds it up. Spearings again, this time wide to Guilavogui. Plays it quickly up to Solans, who will chase, but cutting across Michael rather. So he goes back to his goalkeeper, Dane St Clair. Well, we've had no goalless draws tonight, lots of score draws. It is still Columbus Crew 0, Galaxy 0 in another match that kicked off simultaneous to this. Foul by DeAndre Yedling. Has gifted the visitors into Miami a free kick. Foul was on Mura, but they've given it away into Miami. It's Luna towards the edge of the penalty area. Always a busy player, cuts inside, and then it goes out towards Gozo from Spearings rather, and it's going to be cleared away by Noah Allen. Manages to find the feet of Segovia. Back inside Segovia to Rodrigo de Paul. Now Mura driving forward over the halfway line for Miami. Down the middle, it's going to be chased by the big man Herman Bertarame. He can't catch it ahead of the goalkeeper. Rafa Cabral comes out, claims, and that's a foul by Falcon, which has left Solans on the ground. Now, surrounded by the referee are, surrounded the referee are several RSL players. They felt that was a yellow card. Bowls it out really quickly. It's a foul from, but there was 2 fouls actually there. The second was from behind by Maxi Falcon, and he's lucky to escape a yellow card, if I'm honest. Solans gets up and embraces the man that just chopped him down from behind. Sergio Solans is a Spaniard, a 21-year-old who was with Girona last season, enjoyed great success there. Surprised that he came to the MLS, but saw the ambition of Salt Lake and saw this as a challenge. 51% possession for Inter Miami in the early stages of this game. We played 20 minutes. Very, very even indeed. Home side are the favourites in this game. The win probability calculator at kickoff had them as the most likely result. Well, at 56.8% possession this season, Inter Miami are second in the MLS across the 2 conferences in terms of possession of the ball. But that's not a great deal, is it? 56%. Have it in the midfield, and it's played wide by Rodrigo de Paul. Trying to blast it down the middle. De Paul lost it and then won it again. This is Mura, gets it wide. It's a big ask for Allende. Pulls it back. It's rifled towards goal. And it's a really good save. It was Noah Allen that hits it. And here he is again. Whips it in towards Messi. And the challenge by Yedling against Messi on away. But that was a good chance for Inter Miami to take the lead. Noah Allen with a shot palmed away by Cabral. They've had a goal disallowed and they've had a really good chance. So here's Solans. Here they come again. Not afraid to get forward down that far side. Gozo and Yedling as well. It's Yedling this time into the penalty area. The pullback was from Catrinas, but didn't really go anywhere in particular. Looking at this RSL lineup, and they've got so much pace going forward in Luna and Guilavogui, but at the back, goalkeeper Rafa Cabral has been the busier of the 2 goalkeepers in the last 10 minutes or so. We've hit the midway point of this first half. It was another long ball forward, which sees Herman Bertarame come into contact with Cabral. Cabral grabs ball and takes player. RSL happy to go back to the goalkeeper again. Cabral takes a couple of touches, launches it down the middle. Good close control, and Luna through the middle, finding Solans. Solans hold it up. This is Guilavogui. Flag. I think, is he given the flag? No, he's given a free kick for a foul by Rodrigo de Paul, who got stuck into Guilavogui there. So a free kick to RSL in a potentially dangerous position. Gone backwards with it rather than forwards, and towards the edge of the penalty area. Wouldn't stick for Solans, and that allows Michael to get the ball away to the midfield, and Noah Allen back to Michael. Driving Segovia wide to the right. Messi dropped deep to get involved. Here's Messi again. This is where he's so dangerous, picking up the pace in a pocket. But, he's just barged into DeAndre Yedlin there. So free kick is given. He barged into Yedlin and he just hooked the shoulder of Morgan Guilavogui, grabbed it, pulled him back. Messi giving away a free kick. Real Salt Lake happy to use their goalkeeper, who was got to be one of the best with the ball at his feet. Looks very comfortable. Won it back in the midfield again with Spearing and Kalaska. Nine goals in 11 games in 2026, Lionel Messi, as the flag goes up, and suddenly there's an altercation off the ball involving two fiery characters in Rodrigo de Paul and Diego Luna. They'll have plenty to say. The referee will have his work cut out keeping those two quiet. It's going to be a free kick, I think, into Miami, and they continue to agree to disagree. De Paul and Diego Luna. "26 minutes gone, 0-0. Lionel Messi having a chat with the referee. Luna still in the ear of the referee as well. Still 0-0 in this game, still 0-0. Columbus Crew and LA Galaxy. They kicked off at the same time, both 26.5 minutes gone. The game's into the second half, midway through the second half. FC Dallas 0, Minnesota 1 still, and Houston Dynamo still leading Santiago by a goal to 0. Here come Miami. The cross was from Allende, which was battered away by Justin Glad. Back all the way to Lujan. Lujan comes inside to Maxi Falcon. Now across to the left, and Mikhail. Allen puts it back inside again. It's a good turn by Segovia, and he gets it out to the right-hand side. That's a really good ball. Allende running onto it. Can he get the cross in? It's a very heavy one, and it's over the head of everyone. It's straight out for a throw-in on the far side. No grimace on the face of Allende, who's put the ball beyond everyone. Hands on hips, coat on shoulders. Frustration for Guillermo Hoyos, coach of Miami, who are 0-0 here. 28 minutes gone. Fairly even game. That was confirmed, 8 minutes ago on the 20-minute marker. 51% into Miami possession. And a goal disallowed, Real Salt Lake, and had a really, probably the best chance of the game other than that. It's another run coming here from the midfield. Rodrigo de Paul has his shot blocked. Second ball recycled on the right-hand side. Tude Allende can't get the cross in, but they still have it here to Miami. Rodrigo de Paul out towards the left-hand side. This is Noah Allen. Now Mikhail. He's got it again here, Mikhail. Up towards the edge of the penalty area by Segovia. Cleared away. Could be the chance of a breakaway here for Real Salt Lake, and they win the ball with Luna on the far side. Goes Gozo again. Miami are able to take it back. So still scoreline of Inter Miami 0-0 at RSL. We are at the American First Field in Sandy, Utah tonight. 29 minutes gone. Here's Messi, 25 yards from goal, slightly right of centre. Plays it out wide. Can they get the cross in? This is Mura. Hangs it up high. In goes Allen. It's headed away, only as far as Segovia. Quickly plays it into the Paul, and it's back into the penalty area. The header is won by Puerto Rame, but cleared away by Yedlin. And Yedlin again up in the air. It's still in that penalty area. They get it away with Glad's header. I know it should be cleared by Juncker. It is. Long up towards the halfway line, but Inter Miami have it back again, and they're starting to stamp their authority on this game. Rodrigo de Paul with the gloves on tonight. It's a chilly night here in Utah. And a chance to break away. That's a foul on DeAndre Yedlin, and that will be a free kick to RSL. The goal scoring is yet to start here at Salt Lake. Seven goals and 7 appearances in the 2026 season from Lionel Messi. Got 1 goal in his 2 appearances in the CONCACAF Champions Cup where they crashed out. Scored 1 in 2 friendlies for Argentina, so 11 in 9. Officially reached his 900 career goals for club and country back in March. And he, along with Cristiano Ronaldo, just keep making that bar higher and higher, don't they, with record after record after record. Untouchable. 2 great players that still go strong on this planet. Ronaldo's into his 40s. Messi still a pup at 38. Sure, they both have something to say at the World Cup, which is 50 days away as of today. USA will of course be hosting it. Played inside by Luyan. And across by Falcon to Mikhail. Allen. Mikhail again. Happy to keep possession and go all the way back to their goalkeeper. They will not be disappointed if they took a point tonight, given all the travelling that they have done in this last week. Salt Lake City was a candidate city for the World Cup. And they will be hosting soccer celebrations throughout the summer, but no matches will be played here in Utah. All the USMNT and Mexico matches will be screened in this stadium. Most of the cities where there will be matches. Well, Los Angeles, 700 miles away. Fancy taking in a game. Or San Francisco, the Levi Stadium, 750 miles. Or Seattle, just over 800 miles. Or Kansas, if you want to travel a little bit further, 1,100 miles. So we'll of course pause the MLS for a while, won't it? Pause that season, that mid-season pause. These two sides have both got qualification for the MLS Cup at the forefront of their plans. They've also got lots of internationals, so they don't really want to be carrying on with half a team. .5 minutes gone. RSL 0, Inter 0. The American first field in Sandy, Utah. It's going for a lull in the game at the moment. Neither side is able to get the right balance. Here's Messi. Going back to Rodrigo de Paul with those gloves on, and he gets it back from Messi again. Does de Paul, and whips one into the box, cleared away by Glad. De Paul once more. Plays it across the midfield area to Segovia. Allen. Paul went for the shot, but that was a good challenge. But the referee says it wasn't a good challenge by Guilavogui. Brings down DePaul, and it's a free kick in a very central position. You can hazard a guess what might happen next. So he went for the shot. Stuck a foot in Guilavogui. Didn't get the Blair, didn't get the ball, but his leg got in the way of the swing towards the ball. DePaul goes down rather easily, and the referee says free kick, and I don't think he was wrong. Messi's doing up his boots. I think those boots might come into action in the next few seconds with this free kick. He scored a penalty, and then quickly swiveled and smashed the ball into the top corner in the last game against the Rapids of Colorado. Messi reshapes the ball. Luna lies down as the draft excluded to the four-man wall. Messi's got his eyes on the prize. It's central, it's perfectly placed here for Lionel Messi. Goalkeeper is on his toes. Rafael Cabral, he smashes it into the wall. It's alive again. Messi gets it back, tries to reverse it to Noah Allen on the left-hand side, fails to do so. And it runs out of play for an Inter-Miami throw on the far side. Still 0-0 here, 36 minutes gone. Still 0-0 in the game between Columbus Crew and LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy, incidentally, are the next opponents for Real Salt Lake, away from home on Sunday. It's a good ball out wide. Noah Allen takes a touch, draws it back. Can he get the cross in? It's his right foot, his lesser foot, but that's not a bad delivery. He'll come all the way through to Allende. He's happy to see that one go out for a throw. The clearance by Sam Juncker. Messi trying to twist and turn, but he showed too much of that ball to Spearing. Kalaskan. Luna gets it back again. Still inside his own half, slaloming his way into a bit of space. Looks down that right-hand side, hits the feet of Kalaskan. Out wide to Gozo. It's all a bit disjointed in the end from RSL after a productive piece of skill from Diego Luna. And the trickery and skills of Guilavogui on one wing and Luna on the other is certainly a threat to Inter-Miami, but after a good start in the opening 10 minutes or so from RSL, you have to say Messi and co have been the better side. Here is Messi, tries to go for the return, but after a long period of pinball wizard, it does ping back into the catchment area of goalkeeper Rafa Cabral towards Luna on the right-hand side. Not Luna, sorry, Yedlin. Wrong USA international, I hear you say. Good skills by Kalaskan. Gets it out wide. This is Javier Gozo, the young 19-year-old wing-back who looks like a player that is prepared to get forward at every given opportunity. It's back with Kalaskan again in the midfield. Intertwines with Spearing. Here's Spearing's again. Nice turn. Can they get the shot away? Rides a couple of challenges into the penalty area, and then Luna gets it wide. He's pulled back again towards Luna and cleared away by Mura. And that was better from the home side. Just 5 minutes to go in the game between Houston Dynamo and San Diego. It's 1-0 to Houston Dynamo, the home side. San Diego are down to 10 men in that game. 35 touches from Lionel Messi compared to 18 touches by Diego Luna. They are the two go-to men in this game, without doubt. Here is Luna racking up a few more touches. Plays it back inside. It's a good ball as well. It's wide to Gozo. Back inside again to Spearings, but he loses out. But that's a foul on Spearings. That's going to be a free kick to... well, it's not actually going to be a free kick here. The referee is hunched over and appears to have... I don't know if he got an injury or what he got there. I think he might have got... oh, yeah. He got it in the back. He got absolutely clattered in the back by Hernan Bertarame. If you don't know Hernan Bertarame, he's a brick house. And that has left the referee somewhat winded. And he's just puts one finger up in the air and says, look, just give me a minute here. I need to regroup. That was quite a winding experience, which it was. And the annoying thing here is that the two sets of players are surrounding the referee, asking whether it's a free kick or a drop ball. The poor referee is still trying to catch his breath after bouncing off of Hernan Bertarame. It is a drop ball. We're into the last 5 minutes of the first half. Luna gets it back out wide to Gozo. All the way back to goalkeeper Cabral. Nice touch from Luna, but opened the door up for Paul. He finds Bertarame. Turns straight into Stein Spearing and just plays it straight back to his goalkeeper. RSL 0, Miami 0. The score still here at the American First Field. Packed crowd to see Messi in town. Xavier Gozo gets past his man. A yellow card has been shown for the first time in this game. It's Noah Allen that's been shown it. The foul on Godo. Gozo was hooked by Allen. We'll see. Yellow cards given for more. I haven't seen too many yellow cards given for less. Now Allen is cautioned. So, free kick into Miami, and now the yellow cards are coming out. He's took that ferocious collision from behind, and he's just shown a yellow card for a second time. Pretty forceful. And the yellow card for Diedlin. So one yellow card for Inter Miami, one yellow card for RSL in the space of the last minute or so. First two yellow cards of the game. Two minutes to go to half-time. Apart from the referee being a little winded there, we haven't really had any stoppages, apart from VAR having a quick look at the goal. So maybe 2 minutes added, you would have thought. That's 2 minutes away. So maybe 4 more minutes to play in this first 45. RSL 0, Inter Miami 0. Guillermo Hoyas looking for his second win in his second game in charge of Miami. Javier Mascherano sacked exactly a week ago. But here come RSL. It's a good break from the midfield as well. Spearings gets it over to the right hand side, and Gozo comes back inside again. Spearings once more finding Kalaskan, lifts it out wide. Luna again. What can he conjure up from the edge of the penalty area? Goes back out wide once more to Solans. Solans again. This time back to Spearings again. Hits the feet of Luna on the edge of the penalty area. Spins. Looks for the overlap down the right-hand side. Nova hits the pass to Javier Gozo by some distance, and it flies away and out for a goal kick. Amal Pellegrini is the player sent off, by the way, for San Diego. 1-0 down into the last minute of that game. Away at Houston Dynamo, they are neck and neck on the periphery of the playoffs, those two. So a bit of a mid-table clash, but something of a playoff showdown. Here's Messi. Gets it towards the right-hand side. The ball wraps his right foot into the ball and smashes it across the face of goal from the 45-degree angle. And it takes a slight nick off a defender and out for a corner. Off goes Messi to take it. 3 minutes of added time, by the way, with 30 seconds into that. Half-time imminent, still 0-0. Messi to take the corner. And it comes, and it's splashed towards goal. The header from Maxi Falcon. It flies over the crossbar. It's a goal kick. Still 0-0 in this game here. Columbus Crew have taken the lead against Galaxy in the other game just before half-time. 40th minute goal by Daniel Gazdag to give Columbus Crew the lead in that game. Still 0-0 here. Short goal kick back to the goalkeeper Cabral, and he goes long this time up to the halfway line. The target is Serhi Solans. It's with Luna back inside again to Spearings. Wide to Gozo. Luna once more turns, plays it up to the edge of the penalty area. It wasn't a particularly good pass, but he does get it back, Luna, and for a third time gets it back. Spins. Can he find a way of getting the shot in? No, but he can get it wide to Javier Gozo. He's got a bit of time on the right-hand side. Whips across in, it's just behind everyone. And coming back to collect the ball with all people is Messi. And cleared away by Luyan. Got about 40 seconds of the stoppage time to go, and finishing on a high in this half RSL. It started well as well. Back to the edge of the penalty area, it's Gozo. Good defending by Segovia to get back there, and he's diverted that inadvertently back to his goalkeeper, and Dane Sinclair grabs it, calms things down, and we've got about 20 seconds to go in stoppage time at the end of the first half, where it looks like Real Salt Lake and Inter Miami will go in at half-time without a goal. Messi's trying to change that, though. No foul, says the referee. Yes, he does get the free kick. It's a foul. And a yellow card for Glad, who brings down Messi. Justin Glad, the 29-year-old, he's played over 250 games for the club, a one-club player. And he was very unlucky there. I don't think it was Glad. I think it should have been. No, I think I've got that wrong. It wasn't Glad that he cleared it, Glad. It was Stein Spearings that's got the yellow, but he certainly held it towards Glad. It has been corrected, and it is Spearings. Here's Messi. It's a long way out. He lifts it into the box. It's glanced back in towards the 6-yard box. He's only been partly cleared. Took two defenders to block the shot from DePaul, and eventually it is blocked away. And with that, the referee blows for half-time. So RSL ahead very early on with a goal from Morgan Guilavogui, but VAR intervened, an offside flag against Solans, but Inter Miami have come into it more and more, just slightly the better side overall in the first half. Salt Lake 0, Miami 0 is a half-time score. Second half to come right after this break. Welcome back to our audio commentary coverage in this second half. Still 0-0 between Real Salt Lake City and Inter Miami. It's MLS action. Miami have lost 3 of their games so far, but a lack of draws means that they are still riding high nonetheless in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, RSL have their eyes on a high finish. Currently 5th, but will climb with a win here today, and the win probability calculator still leans towards them. They had the best chance of the first half. They had the ball in the net, in fact, with an early goal. So Morgan Guilabogue's effort was ruled out for offside by VAR. Since then, climbed into the game of champions Miami. They're under the cosh a little here in the early stages of the second half. We've played nearly 3 minutes. RSL 0, Miami 0. That's with Diego Luna, and then all the way back Yedlin to the goalkeeper on the left-hand side. It's the home side that are attacking the end away to our right-hand side. Rafa Cabral dispatches it to Luna on the right. Luna get forward. So had the yellow card out a few times in the first half as the referee Noah Allen of Miami yellow carded. Spearings was yellow carded, and DeAndre Yedling as well. Whipped in ball by Segovia, beats everyone and goes straight out for a goal kick. Rather disappointing delivery from him. Still 0-0. Still, we haven't seen much of Messi. Well, he played at high altitude after that long journey of 2,100 miles to Colorado. They've got all the way back, so that's 4,200 miles. 2,500 miles here today and back. Messi this week travelling 9,000 miles, and that's just for MLS for action. Such a vast place, the US. It's a long chip forward by Diedlin, volleyed away promptly by Mikhail, and now MLS champions can hit the front foot with Messi, delivering a great run, and then wise from Bertarama. What a chance. Well, Messi run from almost the halfway line into the penalty area, jinked past everyone in his way, and it was a brilliant run too, straight at the heart of RSL, and unselfishly, when everyone was expecting the shot, he passed it to Bertarame, and Hernan Bertarani has pulled his shot wide of the target by inches. Best chance of the game, excuse me, so far. Bertie has put it wide. He's still banging the fist against his forehead. Can't believe that he's missed that one. There is an injury at the moment to DeAndre Yedlin, rather. So I'm not sure what the problem is, but the medical team are on the pitch trying to deal with it. Teron Enns is the main physio for Salt Lake. It was a bad miss. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, Bertie. Couldn't find a way past Cabral. It will be a goal kick now that Yedlin's injury has been cleared up. He can carry on. So goal kick. 6.5 minutes into the second half. Still the game waiting on its first goal. Now another injury. Clash between two players. Let's try to see who it is. I think it's Facundo Moura. I think it's Javier Gozo. No, it's not Gozo, that's Morgan Guilavogüe. It's an accidental clash. I felt the full force of it. So it's still 0-0. Needs a goal to liven it up a little bit. Now, after a stoppage-free first half, this game seems to keep stopping. Solans has caught Falcon. Falcon is, I think it's Falcon's down, I can't really see. He's gone down holding his head. Solans went through the middle. He's caught the back of the ankle of Mikael as he come across. It was an accident, but a painful one nonetheless, right on the Achilles. So back and underway again. A slightly hobbling Mikael, might be a bit sore in the morning. Still, he's got a 2,500-mile flight to look forward to after this game. As RSL look to break down the MLS champions' defence. Spearings on a yellow card, gets it wide, and for a second time. This time it's fed forward by Catranes. Catranes, the left-sided defender, the Greek. Ball over the top, this might be an opportunity, over the bar. That's a chance, and a chance that goes a-begging. Well, the long ball, as Javier Gozo's made a terrific run into the penalty area. He's got ahead of the defenders. His first touch on the thigh takes him slightly wider than where he wants to be. He thumps it still straight at the goalkeeper, but too high for the goalkeeper, too high for the goal as well, over the top of the crossbar. He hit it crisp enough. Over the top. Javier Gozo, 2 MLS goals already this season. The 19-year-old couldn't make it through. Good chance for both sides. Good chances. One-on-one situations in both cases. For Bertarame and then for Javier Gozo. One at either end in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. 10 minutes gone in the second half. It is Real Salt Lake 0 into Miami 0. It's a throw-in which will be taken by Noah Allen, one of the 3 players on the pitch with a yellow card. That's got to be a foul throw, surely. He's literally dropped that from in front of his forehead. And the referee and his assistant didn't spot it. I'll tell you who did spot it. It's the Real Salt Lake coach, Pablo Mastroni, and quite rightly so. It stuck out like a sore thumb from up here. Quite a few of the crowd felt that as well. It's picked up at the back by Mikael. Into the midfield, Segovia, back to Mikael again. Uses the outside of the left foot to bend it back to his goalkeeper, Dane Sinclair, who's not had an awful lot to do apart from picking the ball out of the net. So see an early effort from Serhi Sulans go wide. Here come RSL again. It's played out wide. There needs to be a good cross, and it very nearly found Luna. The cross from Guilavogüe, but it's headed away by Luyan. And now MLS champions Miami could break away with Messi. Messi of Miami gets it wide, back again to Messi, brings it under control. The shot is blocked, nearly got it back again, and then thrust away by Glad after a good first tackle by Sam Junker. It's a livelier game now. It's really started to open up. It's slightly passive the first half, but this one is a bit more gung-ho. Listen, we can afford to lose this. Let's go a bit more direct. Let's go a bit more gamble. orientated, and that feels like both sides have adopted in the second half. Here come Inter, up to Barterami on the right hand side. He's got support from Allende. Allende finding Rodrigo de Paul, but he's chipping to the box, he's cleared away, and that's a foul on Diego Luna, who's then pushed and gets a yellow card for his altercation with Michael. Michael taking him down, and I think Rodrigo de Paul has continued the argument. Did he get a second yellow? Did he get a yellow card as well? Not a second yellow, but the second yellow of that sequence. But he was brought down rather forcefully, Diego Luna, and he reacted. I don't think there's an awful lot that he done wrong there, Luna. Certainly worthy of a yellow card. But Michael joins the fellow defender Noah Allen on a yellow, and Luna also picks up a yellow. So it's 5 yellows in this game now. 13.5 minutes gone in the second half. 5 yellows but no goals. Had a few sightings, but nothing solid as yet. Three shots on the home side, 11 shots from Miami. They've been the better side overall. Here was Luna. Maybe that might just ruffle a few feathers, that altercation. There's a long ball over the top, and they've got a run and goal here. Serhii Solans into the penalty area, stayed by the goalkeeper, and he managed to get to the rebound as well, did Dane Sinclair. And it was rattled to him, and there were options in the box for Serhii Solans, but he decided to go alone. Solans, 5 goals this season, the 21-year-old, you can't blame him. He's been in hot form in the early weeks of the MLS season. There could be a chance here. It's a misplaced pass. It's a good tackle by Michael to deny Serhii Solans. Just about to hit the hour mark, and still we're waiting for that first goal, but it's Miami's turn to conjure up another attack. It's a sliding effort from the far side to keep the ball in play from Tadeo Allende, and back inside to De Paul. He's brought down. Free kick, Messi on the ground. Free kick then to Miami. What a chance at the other end for Solans. Trinas knows that that was a big chance. And with that, he is replaced. Trinas' last involvement is a shot that was blocked by the goalkeeper and João Manuel Sanabria. Like for like, wing back on the left-hand side comes on. Former Atletico Madrid player, Uruguayan international, 26-year-old, 1 goal in the MLS this season. His first duty is to get back and defend this free kick. Messi is standing over it. In terms of geography, it's bang centre, but it's the best part of 30 yards from goal. Won't stop Messi from shooting. It's low and it's hard, there is no wall, it's blocked by Kalaski. It's only partially cleared. It now drops to the recently introduced João Manuel Sanabria. Sanabria again. He's already had a couple of touches after coming on as a substitute. RSL 0, Inter Miami 0. Luna. Can he run with the ball? He can. He's got 3 pink shirts in front of him. The first one takes the ball straight off of him. Sanabria will be Perhaps fresh legs down the left-hand side where they feel they might be able to profit Miami, but they're profiting. Profits RSL, but it's Miami looking to profit at the moment, sorry. Getting the two teams muddled up. They've won it back with Kaliskan in midfield. Kaliskan finding the feet of spearing. Gozo. Now Diedley. They can burst forward over the halfway line again, it's Glad. Once again, wide to Javier Gozo. Came off of midfielder Facundo Mora. And out for a throw-in to RSL. Both sides to just about cancel one another out with this 3-4-3 against 3-4-3 formation. Two like for like. Banks to break one another down. There's Kaliskan in the midfield, just inside the Inter Miami half. Luna takes over in a central position, can drive forward. Sometimes you feel there should be more end product from him, but he does get it wide this time to Javier Gozo into the penalty area, and swooping to shoot wide was Gozo. It was made by Luna, and at last he is starting to produce chances, but Gozo really should be scoring now. He's had two good chances in this game. There's a ball in by Yedling around the corner. Clever flick by Diego Luna. And Gozo pulled it wide, and it's a big chance. Gozo wide. Two best chances of this second half have both been sights of goal for Javier Gozo, the 19-year-old. Enjoying a good spell at the moment, Real Salt Lake. It's a good hold-up play by Kaliskan. Forward by DeAndre Yedlin, sorry. Here's Luna, picks up the loose ball. It's a good hook to win it back from Spearings. Luna through the middle, it doesn't quite connect. A run from the midfield from Kaliskan, but it was Solans that should have perhaps done better. 5 goals in 8 appearances. He's not to be sniffed at the MLS in the early weeks of the season. Hasn't yet had a sniff of goal. They're back on it again here. Inter Miami have given the ball away in the final third, and that's got to be a foul, and it is. And a yellow card as well for Segovia. And that is a dangerous position to give away a free kick. Kaliskan was the player brought down. Segovia levels the score up at 3-3 in yellow cards, but 0-0 on the night, on a night when MLS has gone goal crazy, except here. 3-3 Toronto, Philadelphia. 4-4 draw in both of the games in New York tonight. New York City 4, Cincinnati 4, Red Bulls 4, DC United 4, Orlando thrashing Charlotte 4-1. I tell you, Columbus Crew kicked off the same time as this game. 2-0 up now on LA Galaxy. This is a free kick that Luna is standing over. It's fairly central. It is within shooting range. Can he produce the magic? Diego Rossi, by the way, with the second goal for Columbus Crew this evening. Diego Luna ready to strike. 4 in the wall, plus the draft excluded, now 5 in the wall. And then there are 2 players from RSL who are not allowed to be within a yard of the wall, of course. This is bang centre, it's just outside the D. And Luna with a big opportunity to perhaps fire RSL into the lead. It is Luna, it's into the wall. It spins away to the far side towards the corner flag, but not quite enough spin to take it for a corner. Have we had a corner in this game yet? I don't think we have we? Messi had one in the first half, actually, being told. Throw in to RSL. It's going to be a long throw from Kaliska. Headed away promptly by Maxi Falcon. Out for another throw on the far side, which is the left-hand side. We're just about to hit the halfway point in the second half. It's gone quickly. Pablo Mastroni contemplating more changes maybe. There are plenty of substitutions in the offing down there. There's a lot of activity on the touchline. Wonder if there's going to be some changes. Making some notes. The new Inter Miami coach Guillermo Hoyas. Now here come RSL again. Ball into the box is a high bobbling ball. It's not the type of ball Xavier Gozo really wanted, and it's always a defender that's going to win that one. Mikhail watched it behind for a goal kick. Elsewhere earlier today, good win for Minnesota, 1-0 away at Dallas. Both Houston Dynamo and San Diego neck and neck in the challenge for the playoffs. Met tonight, both had one sent off late on. 1-0 win for Houston in that one. So Toronto 3, Philadelphia 3 was quite some result. Atlanta 1, New England Revolution 2. So a good win that for New England Revolution away from home. We've got 21 minutes to go in this one. Still 0-0. Wasn't expecting a 0-0 tonight. You never expect a 0-0 when Messi's on the park. But he's still capable of conjuring up something, isn't he? But that long ball towards him was easily headed away by Sam Jonka. To the midfield it goes. This is Solats to Kaliska. He's had a good game in the midfield, actually, Noel Kaliska, alongside Stone Spearings. Dutchman, Stone Spearings. Carried out wide by Justin Glad to DeAndre Yedling, experienced defender. Yedling, 32-year-old, former Newcastle and Spurs man. Playing against one of his old clubs today. Was at Inter Miami for a while. It's back with goalkeeper Rafa Cabral. He was certainly the busier goalkeeper in the first half. This stage of the game, you'd have to say it's probably a fair result, but there's a misplaced back pass. It's wide on the left-hand side, trying to loft it over the goalkeeper, Serhii Solans, and he lofted it straight into the midriff of Dane Sinclair. He's out by the corner flag. He'd taken the ball off of Luyan, who back passed it to his goalkeeper with nowhere near enough weight on it, but it was so wide, and he tried to lob it over the goalkeeper without much luck. Good defending by Mikhail, and then a foul as he entered the penalty area. Well, it could have been a foul by Gullo Vogwe. I think Solans had beaten him to it with a foul of his own. 2 fouls. Take your pick which one you want to give. But goalkeeper came out right to the edge of his box. Couldn't believe his luck when Solans tried to lob it over him. And it was the right angle, but didn't get enough loft on it. With a yellow card, Noah Allen is going off. He's going to be replaced by Ian Bray. So Frey on, Noah Allen off. It's the first change of the evening for Inter Miami. Long clearance forward by their goalkeeper, Dane Sinclair. So I was just about to say when they had that chance a moment ago, I think a draw at the moment is the fairest outcome based on what we have seen in the 71.5 minutes played so far. Very little between the two teams. Long ball forward, chested down by Petrame. Can't link up with Messi. The back pass, Diedlin. Clearance Cabral, headed back forward again by Mikael. Bit of time and space in the midfield for Rodrigo de Paul, but that is a very, very poor ball out towards the left-hand side. Far too much pace on it, straight through for a throw. Kicked off in the first half in the games in Los Angeles and San Jose. The Earthquakes 0, Austin 1 is a latest score. So Austin winning against the Earthquakes away from home, thanks to a goal from Joseph Rosales. Out to the left-hand side. It's a chance to get the delivery in for Sanabria. Can't do so though. He's a long way out of his penalty area. Does Cabral at the other end, lifts it nonchalantly to Sanabria. To midfield and Kalaska. Defeat tonight for Atlanta, who remain rooted to the bottom in the Eastern Conference. Kansas City are bottom in the Western Conference. They play tomorrow. There's an injury at the moment that is holding up play. Painful one on the ankle. For Maxi Falcon. He's one of those players that's never afraid to go down, roll about a little bit. Falcon down. In fairness, the lightweight boots that they wear on their feet now don't exactly bear the brunt of any collision. Well, he didn't get on in the game away at Colorado Rapids, which they won 3-1, Luis Suarez, but he's about to come on now. He's coming on for Tadeo Allende, and that's a positive move, you would think, to put Suarez up top maybe and push Facundo Moro slightly more out wide. We'll see in the course of time. Well, a goal-laden evening in MLS, but they didn't share it out evenly, did they? Don't think they got the memo here. It's 0-0. And that's the way it's heading. And I have to be honest, I have to be brutally honest at this stage. Have either side done enough to deserve a victory? No, I think it's very even, and a draw would be the fairest outcome. So maybe a goal apiece in the last 15 minutes, please, if you don't mind. We are now in to the last 15 minutes. As the ball is played down the line firmly by Ian Frey on this near side. They're trying to get forward with Mora finding Segovia. Backwards to Mikael. And Segovia again. De Paul, that's nicely done. Messi, great through ball. There might be a chance here for Miami into the penalty area. Luis Suarez is waiting in the box, but the cross was never forthcoming, unfortunately, and RSL are able to clear the ball away. Through the midfield they go, and it's starting to open up now. Spearings to the left-hand side is Luna, rides one challenge, rides a second, he's been brought down. The foul by Gonzalo Luyan. Free kick in a dangerous position. And first insight into the action for Luis Suarez, but couldn't find the cross. There, players waiting in the box. Got almost three up top now. So Mura has gone more to the right-hand side. They need a wall three-man wall to Inter Miami. One of those is Luis Suarez. Is it too far out for a shot? No, it's not, and it's Luna. And it wasn't very far away from nestling in the very top corner of the net. Just over the bar. So a goal kick really wasn't far away. Had the goalkeeper leaping away to his right. Still 0-0 here. Still 0-0 between LAFC and Colorado Rapids. Rapids, the opponents at the weekend for Inter Miami. Goal kick to Inter Miami. Rodrigo de Paul is currently in deep conversation with the referee as RSL prepare to make a change. The tactics board is out, but not the substitutions board. It's all a bit delayed at the moment. Well, if you want to drive from Miami to Utah, it only takes you 30 hours. 32 hours, in fact. Put your foot down, 30 hours. A 32-hour drive. A couple of Miami fans did it, you know. 64 hours of driving on the road. Can you imagine it, just for 90 minutes of football? Messi's just tried his luck from the edge of the penalty area, but it's lofted well over the top of the crossbar. It's a speculative chip. Suarez says to him, why didn't you give it to me? Here comes another change. Off comes Sergei Solans. And he's going to be replaced by Victor Olatunji, a striker. Nigerian, former Sparta Prague player. He's a big lad at 6'4", Olatunji. Solans is very confused. He's gone off and kind of doesn't know whether it's him or not. But it is. He's gone to the touchline. He knows it's him. His number's up. I'm not sure where he's wasted time. His team could go on and win this game with a little bit of caress in front of goal. So it's a goal kick to RSL, and we are 10.5 minutes remaining. It is still 0-0. For RSL, they have not conceded a single goal in the last 15 minutes of any match this season. So they are usually watertight late on. Well, they're under pressure now. Well, they were. The referee almost got in the way of Spearings. Second ball was won by Gozo. All the way back to goalkeeper Cabral. His clearance wasn't particularly good. Still RSL 0, Inter Miami 0. Inter Miami on the attack. That's got too much weight on it. That's ball out wide, but I think it brushed off a defender on its way to Messi, who's gone out to the right-hand side, and he wins a corner, does Messi. It's played short from Messi into the back post area. It's headed behind for another corner by Justin Glad. On comes Olatunji at long last. Not sure what that substitution was all about. 6'4", he quickly blends in with the back line for some aerial assistance in this corner, which is again played short. Rodrigo de Paul hits one. Oh my goodness me, that is quite some strike from Rodrigo de Paul. It's right into the top corner. You cannot get more postage stamp than that. And Inter Miami take the lead. It could be 6 points from 6 away from home. It's been a marathon journey to Colorado and then a marathon journey tonight here to Utah. But they won in Colorado and they are winning in Utah, and this is quite something. He's hit it, and my goodness me, from the edge of the penalty area, it's right up in the top corner. It's a delicious goal. It's a brilliant goal. Rodrigo de Paul gives Inter Miami the lead with a goal worthy of winning just about any game. Well, the corner was taken short and Rodrigo de Paul received it, and he had acres of space. And he just took aim and it flew over the goalkeeper and into the top corner. And with 8 minutes to go, Inter Miami might have just snatched this one late on, but here come the home side. It was a sloppy header. Goalkeeper's come flying out of his 6-yard box and only just stayed in the penalty area there. Did Dwayne Sinclair. So Rodrigo de Paul has a smile on his face, and little wonder he's just hit an absolute rocket into the top corner. It's just left Pablo Pastroni standing with his hands in his pockets, looking rather puzzled. I said about 10 minutes ago, this one has all the hallmarks of a goal, but there's going to be a second here, and it's Luis Suarez, and he aims a volley, and that same top corner has been found again. And in the space of 90 seconds, towards the end of the 90 minutes, Inter Miami have grabbed the victory away from home, and Luis Suarez is in on the act. It's only his second goal of the season in the MLS, but that's the type of opportunism that he thrives on. Well, I just said a stat that this season so far, in the last 15 minutes of matches, they have failed to concede RSL. And what do they go and do? They go and concede twice within moments of me saying that stat. But it was pretty sloppy defending, really. They had 2 chances to get the ball clear. And when it's flipped up in the air by Bertrame, it's on the volley, and it's a stunning finish with the volley from Luis Suarez. Little 1-2, that's a cracking finish. High up into the top corner, Luis Suarez. 2 fabulous finishes from De Paul and Suarez. It's 2-0. It's game over now. And I said about 10 minutes ago, draw was a fair result. That's what I was trying to say to you. Maybe 1-1. So let's both go and score. Well, I didn't expect 2 goals to be scored, to be honest. And the fact is that Inter Miami have gone and got them both, and there was just 90 seconds between the two. And that was a stunning strike as well. Absolute brilliance from Rodrigo de Paul, but Luis Suarez with the controlled volley, with the accuracy that was 10 out of 10. Here's Luna, helps it on. They've got bodies pouring forward. They need a goal very quickly if they're going to get anything out of this one. Real Salt Lake towards this near side, which is the right-hand side. The shot was from Victor Olatunji. It's fairly tame and an easy save by Dane Sinclair. Sinclair, the goalkeeper, 28 years of age, Canada international, former Minnesota United player. Into the last 5 minutes, Suarez holds it up, reverses it back. De Paul, the 2 goal scorers combining. Messi now. And again, Lionel Messi puts his foot on it, controls it. De Paul, blocked out by Kaliska. Kaliska. It's a player that's probably been as good as anyone today, as the shot comes in and it's tipped away by the goalkeeper. He's managed to get up quickly and claim it. So, less than 5 minutes to go. They need a goal from somewhere. You just can't see it happening now for RSL. And they took the lead so early on in the game, only for it to be disallowed. Half-time scores for you. LAFC 0, Colorado Rapids 0, San Jose Earthquakes 0, Austin 1. Texans leading away from home, and Inter Miami leading away from home here with 4 or so minutes to go, and they're stretching their opponents who have thrown bodies forward, and that's fatal when you've got Messi on the counter-attack. It's Lionel Messi, still Lionel Messi, still Lionel Messi, saved brilliantly by the goalkeeper. That's a fabulous save by Rafa Cabral. Spearings is off, Here's our Kane is on. Eden Hazard-Kane. For the man that's got a yellow card and had to pick up an unnecessary suspension for spearings, so he's gone off. Hazard-Kane is a USA under-18 international academy player. He's only 18, he's one for the future. Great opportunity for him to come out and play in front of a full house for a few minutes against the likes of Messi and Suarez, De Paul. They've been given a lesson in finishing in the latter stages of this game of RSL. 2.5 minutes to go plus injury time. If they were to get a goal now, it could make for an interesting finale. They can throw their luggage into that penalty area and try and get an equaliser. Here's Luna. That's the type of ball that he didn't want to play. Straight through to the goalkeeper, and Dane Sinclair will try and kill a few moments with the ball tucked under his arm as he gently jogs to the edge of his box, bounces the ball and tells his players to get forward, and he launches a long ball down the middle, and that's quite some ball as well, and Suarez has gone onto it, and he's still got it here. Suarez squaring it inside to Messi. Still Messi goes down on the edge of the box. Referee gives the free kick. Well, that was Route 1 at its finest. Dwayne Sinclair with a drop kick down the pitch to Suarez, and then Messi almost making it 3-0, but was fouled. LA Galaxy have pulled a goal back in the game away at Columbus Crew. Like this one, it's got just a handful of minutes remaining. It might be too little too late for LA Galaxy, as they trail at Columbus Crew by 2-1 now. That goal coming from Gabriel Peck. Here we've got a free kick. It's Messi territory. Well, 10 minutes ago this game was nailed on for a 0-0. Messi gets this one right, as he so often does. It could be 3-0. Messi is standing over the ball. Rodrigo De Paul is standing there saying, if you've not seen me score that goal a few minutes ago. And Suarez is there as well. He's also pointing out to Messi that he's found the top corner in just the last few minutes. He couldn't possibly make it 3-0 with another effort into the same top corner as the previous two goals, could they? Messi's got to be favourite to take this, but the two goal scorers, De Paul and Suarez, are in the queue. It's a four-man wall. There's a draft excluder. There's very little hope left in this for RSL. I think it's going to be Messi. That goes without saying. It's Lionel Messi, who was going for that same top corner. It's palmed away by Rafa Cabral. It's gone away for a corner on the far side, and that's the best form of defence for Miami, winning a corner. Messi curling it towards goal, but he's almost as good as goals per game ratio for 2026. Doesn't quite come off. The wall opened up, but it wasn't the best of free kicks by Messi. Corner kick to Inter Miami. It's going to be taken right. Rodrigo De Paul scored from the corner. De Paul was passed out to him. It's a short corner. We're into 7 minutes of stoppage time. We've played nearly 60 seconds of those 7 minutes. Miami keen to try and keep the ball for as long as possible inside the Salt Lake half. Free kick has been given. There was a foot up there and Sam Juncker by Messi. The referee's assistant flagged and the referee gave the free kick. Well, it has been a goal fest of an evening. We have finally got a couple of goals, and I tell you what, we have seen two remarkably good finishes in the final 8 minutes of the game. First from Rodrigo De Paul and then from Luis Suarez, both into the same top corner, both of unerring quality. That's been the difference really at the end of this game. It's about the finishing. And we're not talking about Messi either. He's not really had any part to play in either goal, which is unlike Messi. 2 4-4 draws, a 3-3 draw, a 4-1. Had plenty of goals in the MLS tonight. 2 more here. I doubt there are too many better than the 2 Inter Miami have netted. There's Messi from deep into Suarez, who goes down. Yedlin with the challenge from behind. He's got to be careful. He's on a yellow card, and he's a very lucky boy not to get a red there for 2 yellows. DeAndre Yedlin went straight through the back of Suarez. So a free kick to Inter Miami. Again, they're staying on the front foot. They've played 3 of the 7 minutes of added time. They are creeping up towards another good away win. 6 points on the road, nearly 10,000 miles travelled. It's been an exhausting week, but they've triumphed. Ball in for Messi, headed away before it could make its way through to Luya. Cleared away by Juncker. Gets it again, Juncker. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Bit of pressure here from Cabral, who smashes it down the middle, straight onto the head of Mikhail Segovia. Now it's keep ball for Inter Miami. They've come here, they've done the job. As I keep saying, it's all about the finishing. They've taken their chances. That is the difference between the 2 teams and no more. 2 very evenly matched sides. In the last 10 minutes, Rodrigo De Paul and Luis Suarez have had their shooting boots on, and my goodness me, couldn't see 2 better goals, 2 better finishes. There's a shot which takes a deflection, and that will go wide for a corner. It was a hit by Gozo, Xavier Gozo. The chance he's had in this game in the second half. This one was a little bit more difficult than the previous 2. It's gone wide for a corner that's going to be taken by Zucchini. Pops it in towards the near post. It's headed away forcefully, and it's Suarez back there defending. Heads it away and then goes running upfield to take his usual position. Here we go again. Gozo gets to the byline. So too does Ian Frey. Puts it behind for another corner. And that clock continues to tick. We've got 2 minutes to go till the final whistle finally blows. So the corner is taken into the penalty area. It's cleared away, and then having wrestled back possession, shot was from Kaliskan. That's over the top of the crossbar. So a goal kick, which Dane Sinclair has taken his time with. Well, in the Eastern Conference, this win will take Inter Miami to within a point of the leaders, Nashville. Remember, they have lost 3 of their opening 8 games before today. Just the 1 draw means that 5 wins has put them in a good position. It's not been the solid start from Inter Miami, but these 2 tough away games have yielded 2 very good wins. Luna gets inside, doesn't cause any menace. Ball into the box, and that was a divine header away by Mikhail. If he didn't get that, there was a free header in front of goal for Olatunji. Miami have it back again, and we've got about 15 seconds of stoppage time. The clock has run its course, and Miami are on the verge of 3 points, a clean sheet and 2 crackers away from home in a game that looked destined for a draw. They came on late and they've come on good. They've got the throw in down in the corner. The referee has looked at the clock, with a watch at least, and it's been a very professional performance from the champions of the MLS Cup from last season. It's a 2-0 away victory. It's finished here. A great away win. Not even an assist for Lionel Messi, let alone a goal. But Messi-style finishes. First one from Rodrigo de Paul after 82 minutes, and then after 84 minutes, Luis Suarez volleying brilliantly into the top corner. 2 wonderful goals. And ultimately, it came down to the finishing in the end. 2 late goals. 3 points for Inter Miami. Final score here at the America First Field in Utah.